Thanks, Chris. To Scott Phillips from Motley Fall. Scott, good evening. A much better day for the ASX 200 today, with the index gaining 0.5%.
Tomo, good evening. Not hard to be better than a 2% fall. So that was yesterday's news, but we made a little bit of that back. And of course, remember that yesterday's fall only took us back to last Tuesday. So a pretty good result overall. General optimism, I think, right across the economy, and some sense that maybe we fell a little bit too hard yesterday and making some of that ground back today.
OK, interesting times. Unions and employers seem to be working together ahead of the job summit later this week.
Yeah, and might be the right way to phrase it. We've actually seen some really good news. And look, I think we know they're both fighting different corners of this one, but at the end of the day, we all want a healthy, growing economy. Wages are part of that. Employment's part of that. Of course, productivity is a huge part of that. And the combination of those are what hopefully will come out of the job summit. Some early good signs. We've seen union groups and employer groups agreeing on a lot and agreeing to work together. That adversarial nature hopefully won't reoccur after the event. Maybe it will. Maybe I'm being too optimistic here. But some positivity and some hope that given the economic challenges, we can actually work through this together rather than being at each other's throats.
OK, now dwelling approvals. Some mixed results on housing construction out today.
Yeah, these were fascinating numbers, Tomo. The overall numbers were down 17%. That's not mixed. That's a pretty big fall. Of course, these monthly numbers are super, super volatile, so you don't want to take too much into it. But what was interesting was the makeup. We saw a 40% fall in apartments or units, so the multi-dwelling construction, but actually a slight increase, 0.7% in detached housing. So a really, really different trend across different parts of the economy. Worth saying, of course, some of the construction companies we've seen collapse or go into administration have been focused on those high-rise multi-dwelling developments, and it may well reflect that, or potentially just a change in the market with investors and homeowners alike looking for larger dwellings, houses, rather than units and apartments.
Now, this is where you really shine, Scott, at the end of this segment where we look into a crystal ball. What are we expecting from the US markets when they open tonight?
You've built me up beautifully, Tomo, which I hate because I like to clear a low bar rather than trying to jump a high one, but I'll do my level best, mate. The good news, at least, is US futures are in positive territory and strongly in positive territory at the moment. A touch under 0.2% in early futures trading. So hopefully that same optimism we had today, the Americans will also enjoy tonight.
Scott Phillips, thank you.
Thanks, Tomo.